Welcome back, legends.
Let's go! Yo, listen up, about to tell you some tales of fighters and wizard shuriken and sails. The ups, the downs, the wins, the fails, and heroes that would make the Avengers pale. Madara Uchiha, he's a goddess shinobi, dunking on allied forces harder than freaking Kobe. Heading over to Marineford, ready to take the risk. You see, Wiper crack the air with one blow off his fist. Brighter than the sun, hotter than you can see. Oh my god, Goku just went Super Saiyan 3. With Naruto, Luffy, the Dragon Ball 7. We about to crank the speed out all the way up to 11. You just died and you're about to be led to the greatest show this side of anime heaven. So sit down and stay tuned. Hey yo, DJ Spin, welcome to the show. This is Anime Legends.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Afro X, the anime guy, your anime dude who's always coming with more anime news. Anyways, I'm super excited about tonight because tonight we get to talk about one of my favorite characters in all of anime. And that is Mukuro Rokudo from the anime Katekyoushi Hitman Reborn, more commonly known as Hitman Reborn. And Mukuro Rokudo is absolutely amazing, guys. He's a top-class illusionist thought to rival Itachi Uchiha himself. But he's just super impressive, and for honestly probably the first 2 to 3 seasons, he is the most powerful character in all of Hitman Reborn. Why I forgot that, I don't know. Anyways, that's our topic for today. Right now you're watching the rewind, which is just a little section at the beginning here before we get people in. So I'm just going to go over a couple of things about the channel. Probably will revisit on them at the end of the live stream. But anyways, here we go. So as you may have known, we have a Patreon. Yes, that's right. You can go to www.patreon.com/AfroX. Link in the description. You can go there and you can sign up to be a patron, and it's a monthly subscription. They range from $5 to $100 at intervals of 5, 10, 30, 50, and 100. The different levels will get you different benefits. And yeah, it's a really great program. If you donate at least $30 a month, you will get a link to my Discord channel where you will get access to my newest edited video 1 day early. So when it hits on Tuesday, you'll be getting it on Monday. And a whole bunch of other stuff, like every tier, every patron, no matter big or small, gets their name at the end of every video. Once you get into the higher tiers, you'll get your name in a fancy design with fully edited audio. But yeah, that is the Patreon. As for what we're doing on the channel, we're continuing to do AMVs. I think every once in a while, maybe once a month or once every 2 months, I'm going to do a meme video. I know I just put one out 2 weeks ago. But yeah, Meme videos are near and dear to my heart too. So there's that. Otherwise, we're just going to keep pumping out those AMVs. That's what this channel is going to be about. That's what I want it to be about, is doing those AMVs. I like it. I do want to ask you guys if I should be doing a little more variety. Just because some friends suggested it to me. Variety is how I got my start in this medium for what is it in YouTube, and it kind of burned me because when I was doing variety on this channel, it just really turned into a thing where I was attracting everybody, a little bit of everybody, but I wasn't attracting a lot of one type of people. And that's why I started doing anime stuff, because that brings in a lot of one specific type of people. But if you think I should be doing variety, if you think I should be doing gaming on here, maybe start off slow with like some anime-based video games, stuff like that. If you say to do it, I will do it, because then I know that's what you want to see. All right. Moving forward, is there anything else I am forgetting to mention? Yes. Wanted to see if there was still any interest for what is it? Doing anime origins. I do want to keep doing it. That's my passion project. That's my baby. It just takes so much time to do, and I really want people to respond well to it. And I want it to be viewed a lot, and I don't want to put in the work without getting the result, is what I'm saying. Because anime origins videos, they're really good, but whoo, boy, do they take a long time to make. Like, I'm at those videos for a good 3 straight days of editing most of the time. And that comes with all big videos. I mean, anime origins, the crap guides, rap ciphers, those big projects, I am devoting at least 3 days of editing time to doing those. But yeah, really excited for... Or really excited to see if you guys want to I'm sorry, what is it? See more of that. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna wait a little bit. I might show a clip or something. I just want to see if I can get some people in here, get some people talking, stuff like that. Oh, sorry about that. My PS4 is updating a whole bunch of games right now. But yeah, why don't I show you guys the newest video that I made. Yeah. So that was my newest AMV called Comeback. Really, one of my good friends uh, that I play with on Apex Legends, his name is Victor. He kind of really inspired that because he really wants to see more of my stuff and things like that. But honestly, when I was listening to the Apex Legends theme, all I could think about was that it felt like a battle cry. Like, we get knocked down, but that's no reason to give up. Like, we should get back up again and keep fighting. And eventually, if we keep fighting, we'll win the day, which is a really, really nice ideal. Not that realistic, but it's a nice ideal. And I really enjoy that. But yeah. Nobody really popping in yet. I just want to say to everybody who watches this, that if you are not aware, this live stream does start at 9 p.m. every Tuesday. So just letting you know. Because I start the live stream every week and there's never anybody here, which might be because I'm still not that popular of a YouTube channel. But I tell a ton of people every week. I tell them that I do live streams. I tell them it starts at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays, and yet here we are once again. And I shouldn't complain. We're almost at 300 subscribers, which, by God, I am so happy that we have almost hit 300 subs. I just wish there was a little bit more community and a little less me talking to myself. But yeah. Anyways. Well, it is close enough. We're about to hit the 15-minute mark, so I'm gonna hop right into the first segment of the live stream that we do every week, which is what anime / manga have you watched / read this week? I have to admit, I haven't been getting on it, and I can't really profess to being an expert anymore because I have not been reading One Piece for probably about 3-4 weeks. But yeah. So I don't know what's going on there. And I know I tell you guys every week that I'm going to read it and report on it the next week, but I honestly don't know. But whenever I do, I will definitely be reporting on it. Anyways, animes that I've been watching this week, big news. I finished Inuyasha. Hey! Nice. We got my main man, Sosa Potence 300, Andrew Sosa himself, the greatest, the strongest MMA fighter I've ever heard of. Amazing to have you here. Thank you for showing up, Sosa. Sosa Potence 300 says, One Piece is on my list, my long list. Lol. Yeah, One Piece is low on a lot of people's priority lists, and yeah, it shouldn't be. It's great, you'll love it, but yeah, a lot of people are kind of scared of it. Hey, good to see you here, legendary anime JP fan 2. He says, yo, back to you, my man. I just love that you're a regular, that you've been showing up. But yeah, you're definitely in the regular club. I consider you part of the Afro Nation community. But yeah, thanks for coming, man. Keep the chat alive. Keep the fireside chat alive. Hashtag Reagan, or maybe not hashtag Reagan. Depends on how you feel about Reagan. Anyways, so Potence 300 says, "What's up, my man? Thank you, my OG from the Death Battle days. Lol, dude, that takes me back. Everybody, me and Sosa, were like the titans of Death Battle. Like, I look at what Death Battle has become now, and I weep, because we had it in the battle days. Like, I still remember the first time that I ever met Sosa and why I admire him so much, and it was because we were doing a death battle. He was doing a death battle against someone. He was debating someone, and what he did was, before he even got into it, before he even started talking, he went and he did a full day's worth of research and came back and shut the other guy down because he had cold, hard facts. And cold, hard facts used to be what was needed in it. And now it isn't. Now Death Battle, it's kind of evolved. For a while there, it just became a shouting contest. Whoever yelled the loudest or made their point the biggest was right. And then it kind of turned into drama and wars and stuff like that. And now Death Battle is honestly just, I've seen a lot of bad ones out there, like obvious ones, like people pitting Spider-Man against Goku and stuff like that, where it's just like, why are you even gonna purport that? Why are you even gonna give that precedence? Legendary Anime JP Fan 2 says, any classic Japanese anime game do you want me to play for PlayStation 1? I don't know what classic Japanese anime games are on PlayStation 1. My best guess would be Dawn, which is short for Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto. That was pretty much the J-Stars Victory Versus before J-Stars. And I believe that was on PS1. Otherwise, one of the old Naruto games. I think it was on PS2, but Naruto the Broken Bond is a great one. Tricks the anime hater up in here. Glad to see you, dude. Man, love that you show up every week. I really admire it. So Sportins 300 says, you know the group got erased, right? DBZ fans, us, killing the Superman fanboys, lol. Man, that's so sad that the group's gone. And yeah. And I mean, yeah. those comic book fanboys were tripping. They honestly were tripping. Okay. Subject at hand. What anime / manga have you watched / read this week? I will let you know the anime I've been watching, and then I will check out in the comments what you have been watching. So, as for me, what I've been watching, like I said, finished Inuyasha. I thought it was great. I know I have to watch the movie, and someone already suggested I watch Yashahime, Princess Half Demon. I think I'm going to put that on hold for a while. And I want you guys to recommend an anime about demons that you think I would like. Now I'm already watching Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, so that does not count. But besides that, any anime about demons you think I'd be interested in, that would be awesome. This week, my Hulu got knocked out this week. But my Netflix still worked earlier on Friday. Whew. Sorry about that. So I watched Record of Ragnarok. And I don't want to give spoilers, but the battle between Thor and Lubu did end. And I won't tell you who won because that would be a gigantic spoiler. As for the other ones, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, I got to the part where they are fighting the spider queen person who can make people into marionettes and stuff. I thought the end of that battle was really cool because Tanjiro, like, within 2 seconds while he was in the air about to slash her, he looked into her eyes and saw her pain and just that she was accepting death. And so he made her death as peaceful as possible, which I thought was very cool and very graceful and honestly very skilled that he could switch from Form 2 to Form 5 that fast. It also makes me question, there was only one episode where Tanjiro was really training, like they pretty much did a montage of his training. How is he so good at doing those forms when we've seen him train for so little of a time? That's what I'm wondering. But yeah, those were the ones that I watched this week: Record of Ragnarok, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, and Inuyasha. A couple of new animes that I just started was I started the story of how the hero rebuilt the kingdom, and I started the daily life of the immortal king. Now, how the hero rebuilt the kingdom, or how the realistic hero rebuilt the kingdom is the name of the anime, and it's very isekai. Of course, first episode, hero or main character gets summoned to a fantasy world. There's the obligatory falling through the sky scene, but then everything kind of gets twisted around when we realize that this hero is not a complete idiot. Like this isn't a harem anime at all. Like, imagine if you took the world of Konosuba and you dropped Light from Death Note into it. And Light from Death Note, as serious as he is, just looks at all the other characters and this is like, no, we're going to fix this legally. We're going to fix this intellectually. We're going to fix this financially. And so that's pretty much what how the realistic hero rebuilt the kingdom is like. All about this guy who's just like, you know what? I'm not going to get traded off. I'm not going to get captured. I'm going to make myself useful to this kingdom that summoned me so that I don't get killed in the end. And by the end of the first episode, he's already fixed all the financial problems of the kingdom. And he's been made king and been promised the hand of the princess. So, yeah, interesting to see where that goes. As for daily life of the immortal king, pretty much it starts off with a city getting attacked by a giant demon frog, and they do a funny little One Punch Man thing in it because everybody thinks that this one magic dude saved all of them, but it turns out he got bee-slapped down to the floor, and this little boy came along with super big magical aura power and just blew away this demon frog. And so it's a story of like 10 years later, he is going to a magic high school, and he pretty much is just better than everybody else. It's pretty much a blatant ripoff of the Irregular at Magic High School and One Punch Man. Which that's the thing I hate. I'm looking for good animes, especially good new animes, and a lot of the things I see are just blatant ripoffs and copies of other stories and stuff. I do want to keep watching Jujutsu Kaisen. That does look interesting. But as I said in a previous video, which you may or may not have seen, Jujutsu Kaisen feels a lot like Bleach. It's very bleachy. So that's the animes that I've seen this week. Now let's see what you guys have come up with. Trixie Anime Hater says the glasses go well with your shirt. That is a great point, Trix. Thank you. I appreciate it. So. All right. Well, we have just about hit the halfway point, the 30-minute mark. So, I am going to start things off, get into the meat and potatoes of it. Today, we are talking about the great illusionist Mukuro Rokudo. And, give me a second. I can show you a picture of him right here. Mukuro Rokudo. This is the great illusionist from the anime Katekyoushi Hitman Reborn, also known as Hitman Reborn. He pretty much rivals Itachi Uchiha himself in his ability to create illusions. He might even be a little bit better depending on who you are asking. But yes, this is the man we're going to be talking about today. So, anyways, Mukuro Rokudo. Who is he? Just before we start, Trix says, also good to see you in a good mood with the stream. That's awesome. Yeah, I was in a little bit of a mood earlier, but getting a few people in is good. What I've started to say is a good live stream is like a bonfire, and the chat is the fuel. I can have subjects that I can put on the pile, but once those burn off, I don't have anything unless the chat is feeding me content. So thank you for being here. All right. Mukuro Rokudo. Mukuro Rokudo. So we first run into Mukuro when we go to the amusement park in season 1 of Hitman Reborn. Suna hasn't really come into his powers yet. He doesn't really want to be a hitman. We're still trying to put together the whole team, stuff like that. Mukuro is the big bad of season 1. And pretty much his abilities are absolutely amazing. He can create very realistic looking illusions. And these illusions can range from pretty much any form. He has an interesting eye. He actually has an ocular ability, kind of like Itachi, but he's actually more like Nagato in that his eye runs on the 6 paths of rebirth, which if you've watched my video on anime origins, the Rinnegan, you will know all about the Wheel of Samsara and the realms of rebirth. But he has 6 different modes that are triggered by his eye, and he can make illusions based on those. He can create more fighters. He can summon animals. He can just do a whole bunch of stuff. And he has 2 henchmen that assist him. One, I believe, is named Ken, and one is named Chiksa. And Chikasa, I believe, he is the one who he fights using a yo-yo, which is very interesting. And then Ken is kind of like a beast kid. He has a very Bakugo-ish attitude, being very prideful and not wanting to be on a team. And what we find out later is that Ken, Chikasa, and Chrome Dokuro, who I will explain in a minute, are all bodies that Mukuro Rokudo can possibly reincarnate into, because reincarnation is one of the powers in his eye. So at the end of the first season, just kind of through physical prowess and dumb luck, Suna manages to defeat him by finally awakening his Deathparation form, where the gloves stop being mittens and they start actually being the X gloves, which is very, very cool. Now, as the story progresses, we get into season 2. We get into the Guardians of the Vangala Rings and the fight against the Varya. And the Varya is the assassination squad of the Vangala. And that's where Suna has to fight against Xanxus. So we don't see much of Mukuro Rokudo here, and that is because after he was defeated by Suna, he was captured and he was sent into a maximum security prison down on the lowest floor and stuck in a tank of water, and he's kind of just floating there. But his subconscious, his mind is very much alive and doing stuff. So before all this, he had met a girl who was dying, and he told her he would give her a second chance on life if she would become his reincarnation host. And she's like, yeah, I don't want to die. I'm gonna do that. So what he did was she died, and after she died, he kind of brought her back to life by using illusion organs, which I suppose they only need the belief of the wielder to use, and the power of Mukuro Rokudo himself. But yeah, she's got illusion organs. And that brings into play something that comes along a little bit later, which is that Mukuro Rokudo is powerful enough to make his illusions become real. Or become real enough that people can't tell the difference, and thus they believe it is reality. So, as long as people keep believing that Chrome Dokuro is alive, as long as Mukuro has the power to fuel these illusions, Chrome Dokuro will stay alive. There was a couple of instances where her illusory organs started to fade. The fight with Mammon, who is also a great illusionist from the Varia, the Arcobaleno, he had such a mastery over illusions that he almost took her out. But she managed to get through that by literally, or Mukuro Rokudo actually manifested himself as a real life illusion over Chrome's body and fought in her stead. And that's how that fight was won. And then we don't see him or Chrome for a little bit, up until we get deep into the 10 years later arc, which is where I'm watching right now. And so once we get deep into the 10 years later arc, this is an arc, just for context, where Suna and all his friends have been transported 10 years into the future via, what's his name? The little cow dude. God, it's gonna kill me. But anyway, yes, they all get sent there. Lambo, that's right. They all get sent there via Lambo's 10-year bazooka. And so they have to figure out what's going on 10 years in the future and figure out a way to get back. So Chrome shows up there, and she's actually not supposed to be 10 years into the future, but somehow has gotten there anyways. And she is with Ken and Chikusa, and pretty much she's just trying to figure out what's going on, and she is attacked by one of the members of the Milfiore family. And so I believe his name is Giavolo, and he attacks her, and he attacks her with a owl that comes out of his box. And what it turns out is that Mukuro Rokudo himself, who he's still alive, has possessed the owl within this box. So he has possessed an animal that is made out of somebody else's willpower. And he pretty much saves Chrome in that instance, but he's like, you got to do this. Like I can't help you that much here. And so he's like, I'm going to give you a boost of my power, but you got to bring out the power of the Vangla-ring. And she does. And she makes illusions of Mukuro, Ken, and Shizuka that are so real that they are actually able to do physical damage. And how she achieves this result is by, as an illusion hits, she will throw a rock. Kind of on the same concept of Spider-Man Far From Home, where when Mysterio's illusion would punch something, a whole bunch of drones would shoot it with bullets to make it seem like damage was being done. Now, after a while, Giavolo could not know what was fact and what was fiction, and so to him these illusions became real. And especially the scary part was Mukuro Rokudo channeling himself through his own illusion, which I thought was very interesting. So a couple episodes later, we find out that in Byakuran, who's the main villain in the 10 years later arc, by the way, this is all in season 4, I believe. So pretty much so Mukuro Rokudo is posing as the assistant to Byakuran. And all this time, he's operating Chrome's body, helping her with stuff, and he's also in disguise so he can check up on Byakuran and be a spy there. Byakuran knows that he's a spy, but he just decided to let it go, and eventually it comes to a point where Byakuran's like, okay, I know you're a spy, reveal yourself. So they have a whole big fight off screen, and pretty much what we find out is that Chrome's organs are failing once again, and what we find out is that Byakuran has almost beaten Mukuro Rokudo, which is the real one who has somehow escaped from prison now. And now this is an amazing moment, because up to this point, Mukuro Rokudo was the most powerful person in all of Hitman Reborn. Like, yeah, Suna beat him through physical force and dumb luck and stuff like that, but he could summon illusions that kept people alive, like literally replace their organs, and somehow Byakuran beat him. So Byakuran being stronger than Mukuro is real scary when considering that Mukuro easily could have wiped out anybody in Suna's group. Not only Suna's group, but he could have wiped out anybody in the Varia, for that matter. Like, if you had put Mukuro Rokudo against Xanxus, Xanxus would have been slapped to the dirt so fast. But yeah, that's the end. That's why they don't bring out him very often. That's why they don't play their ace in the hole every so often. But yeah. That's pretty much all I know about Mukuro Rokudo so far. Also, when Chrome Dokuro's organs started failing, what she had to do was she had to use the power of the Vangala ring and start producing her own organs. And so really what Mukuro is trying to do is not reincarnate into her, but have her become as powerful as he is, to become the next Mukuro Rokudo. And what's interesting is that Mukuro himself is not the guardian of the mist ring. It is fully Chrome Dokuro. That girl is the guardian of the mist ring. She just happens to be being powered, you would say, by Mukuro. But yeah, it's really, really interesting. Trick says, Hitman, that takes me back. Yeah, it does take people back. I mean, it's an old anime. I'm just excited to see what continues to happen in it. I mean, it has so many seasons. I think it has like 8 seasons, and I'm only in the beginning of like season 4, I think it is. But yeah. Suna's power keeps increasing. I think that's impressive. But the show takes it very slow. The only part I don't like about the show is that it's very slow, and it's very plotting, and it's very methodical. And you'll have full episodes where literally it'll be a fight happening, and at the end of the episode, you think they're going to lose or you think they're going to win, and they just leave it on a cliffhanger. And then also in every episode, they have a recap, they have the intro theme, and they have the outro theme, which means while you're watching a 22-minute episode, really you're only getting about 12 minutes of that actual episode, which is a little bit of a downer, but it makes for a long anime. And honestly, I like how they do it. They don't pull out their ace in the hole until they really need it, and they don't just give the main character powers. The main character has to work for powers. He has to. There's actual training episodes in the anime where they're just training for 4 episodes straight. And yeah, it's slow, but at least I appreciate that they don't just slap powers on people. Like, honestly, one of the worst examples of slapping powers on people that I've seen is at the end of the show, or end of the anime Kill la Kill. But like, honestly, in order to beat Ragyo, what's her name? In order to beat Ragyo, Ryuko just had to, they just gave her every power that Ragyo had. Hey, I can wear a 5-star Goku uniform. Hey, I'm secretly your daughter. Hey, I'm secretly made out of life fibers. Stuff like that. And then at the end, hey, I'm secretly immortal. But yeah, that's what I hate about some animes, is that they just slap powers on people. But Hitman Reborn does it right. They actually have the characters work for it. Trick says, sweet AMV you posted earlier. Thank you, man. As I was saying, that AMV just came from a real personal place. I just closed my eyes, listened to the song, thought about what I felt like it meant, and it just came. It just flowed, which is how it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to go. All right. Well, we've hit the 48-minute mark, which I believe is close enough. I'm not closing it out, but I am just going to reiterate the stuff that I said at the beginning of the live stream. Just so all of you are aware, we do have a Patreon now, and you can access that at www.patreon.com/AfroX, link in the description, and also link about to be on screen right about now. Yes, go to that website and sign up to become a patron. As I was saying before, there are 5 different levels for a patronage. It is a monthly subscription. They go all the way from $5 to $100 a month, and you can pick anyone that you like. They are intervals of 5, 10, 30, 50, and 100. If you do that, I would be so appreciative of that. You know that any money that comes in is going to go straight to fueling this channel and continuing to make videos. And man, I'm just so glad that I can have that support from my community and stuff like that. But we really need people to sign up. We really, really do, especially because there's not really any patrons as of yet. But yes, anybody out there who wants to donate, big or small, everything is appreciated. I will say that anybody who donates $30 or more per month, they will get a link to my Discord, and on there you will get to see every edited video one day early. When it drops to the world on Tuesdays, you're gonna get it on Monday. And who knows, you might be the first person to see a new AMV that I come out with, which would be amazing. Also on that Discord, you can chat with me, give recommendations. That Discord is the first place I will go looking for recommendations for what you want to see on the channel. Speaking of recommendations, I wanted to hear response from you as to if I should bring back Anime Origins, and if I should do more variety on the channel. If you want me to do gaming videos, like we could even start off real simple, just with anime-based gaming videos. Some Jump Force, some Naruto Storm 4, some One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, some Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. I know I can do that. But if you want to see that, let me know. Yeah, otherwise, we just gotta keep plugging away on the channel here. That's what we're gonna do. keep making AMVs, keep the teamwork, keep making the dream work. But yeah. So right now, I'm just gonna give it up to you. If you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, I don't know if I can help with your concerns, but I'm gonna leave it up to you. I want to see what you come up with, and yeah, give me responses as to if you want to see more anime origins, more variety, gaming, anything. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes. And let's see if I can't find an actual clip of Mukuro Rokudo here. All right. That's it was a bad clip. It didn't really show like the actual Mukuro doing much, but there you can kind of get an idea of what his power set is. As you can see there, he had possessed Bianchi, which is one of his abilities, and yeah, he's just really strong. I mean, honestly, Mukuro Rokudo is what I guess would happen if Orochimaru had eventually gotten Itachi's body and started to use it in Naruto. But yeah, he's kind of like an Itachi Orochimaru type of character. But then later on, he becomes a good guy, as that usually happens a lot in anime. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys tonight. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will be back to talk more about anime with you next week. Next week will be our 20th episode. I'm super excited about that. I'm going to see if I can get a guest on. And yeah. Last thoughts here. Trick says he would have been insane if he had that body. Yes, he would have. He would have been real crazy. See you all next week. I'm gonna put the outro up to play you out. Stay legendary.